Jared Brooks, the monkey god, you've done it again, man. You've gone in there and you've taken away the O from an undefeated fighter. How have you been able to slice through the top five so quickly and in such dominant fashion?
I have nobody to thank besides my, coaches and the people that have believed in me this whole time. Yeah, and one championship for giving me the opportunities. I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for one championship. And yeah, this fight definitely goes out to my friend that passed away last year, Chris Ramsey. He believed in me when really nobody did. So thank you, Chris. I love you, man.
Do you feel like you're at the peak of your powers right now?
No, personally, I feel like I have a lot to work on, and I feel like I want to pursue into getting better as well. And yeah, I'm only training, twice a week. I was working out, 4 days a week. So yeah, so now I have the opportunities to train almost every day, and I think you guys are going to see that against Joshua Pasiao.
You're patient, but you're methodical and you're ruthless. Talk us through the performance. What were you pleased with?
I mean, I think I was just pleased with my patience and having his back and staying there as long as I did. I wanted to wait till my arms got just a little bit more slippery so I could get under his neck and finish it in fashionable way. But hats off to Bokang, man. It sucks beating somebody like that because he is such a good dude and has such a good soul and a heart. So yeah, it kind of hurts me to beat somebody that really wanted it like I did.
When you got his back, did you feel it was inevitable, or did you think, "Oh, he's able to fight me off here"? What was going through your mind?
I went through a similar fight against Haru Uchi that was like he was like 5-1. I had his back, and I made some decent mistakes. So what I wanted to do was go wrist to wrist instead of going the S script. So I finally got that through my head to go wrist to wrist, and then fight each way to get underneath his neck. So luckily I got underneath in the time that I did. But if it went to the second and third, I think that it would have been similar.
You seem to be proving that you really are one of the best in the world. Even your losses on your record are kind of anomalies. Are you starting to get that respect, do you think, of your level?
I talk a lot, so I'm always gonna have my haters at the end of the day. But the people that know the sport and know me, they definitely have that kind of respect for me. But there's nobody in the world that can beat me personally, and I believe that to the down core of my heart, and that isn't trash talk.
Joshua Pasiao has heard a lot from you since you signed from One. How do you think he's feeling right now, having watched not only today but your previous two fights?
I just watched his Instagram story congratulating me, and he's a classy guy, but I got to get that guy some more money from what the TV that he has. I'll buy him a new TV with the money that I beat him with.
Pasiao, he's a talented fighter, we know, but what would that do for your legacy, beating him and taking the belt?
It would be huge. He's pretty much had that belt for 5-6 years straight. So if I can beat him, and then I'll end up fighting him again, then beat him again. That just puts a staple on a really really good career so far. And after that, I think that I can go against people like I mean Gustavo Bilar looked pretty good today, and so did Mini T. Mini T looked good too. So I can't deny them what they've been wanting as well. But I would like to go to flyweight and fight Adriano Moraes, or just test my thing in the hat with flyweight. I mean, I'm a small strawweight as you can see, but I think that I could still compete with some of the best, and Adriano Moraes is definitely on the plate.
Could you give us a bit of a breakdown on how you see the fight with Pasiao going?
Yeah, I think I see it as like Lito Adewang, just maybe a little bit easier. Lito is more explosive, but I would say Joshua is a little bit more technical savvy, and he has a little bit more patience. So we'll see how that fight goes. But personally, I think that it would go the same way as Lito. I think that I would choke him out in the first or the second round. But I think that I'm getting better almost every fight personally, and yeah, I think that I could make him have trouble on the feet and on the ground. But yeah, time will only tell. Hopefully it'll be in the next 2 months. I can get a world title and get that big belt.
Have you had a chance? I know it's very fresh, but have you had a chance to speak to any of the management in one about that Passiao, about a date?
Yes, but I cannot release the date, unfortunately. But it's gonna be sooner than later.
Fantastic. We'll look forward to that one.
Joshua takes it. If Joshua takes it, Joshua, you better take it.
Talk to us about this rap music video that you put together with One Championship. The production value was very nice. What was the thinking behind that one, and how enjoyable was that to put together?
Man, that's all one. One championship gives me the opportunities in ways uh, other than fighting, and that's why I love one championship. They see what you're good at and what besides fighting, and they'll work it to their advantage and your advantage. So hats off to the production team. You guys are the best in the world, literally the best in the world. You guys smoke UFC. You guys smoke any production company that I know.
Was that on your to-do list to make a rap music video? Had you done any in the past, or anything of this level production value wise?
No, man. The only thing that I would want with this next diss rap that I'm gonna put up against Joshua Passiao is give me a mic and give me like, because I mean we pretty much did it off of like a stand up like video camera mic, but I want to sound legit, and the production in the music video was ridiculous. It was hats off to them for sure, but the voice I want it to be a little bit better.
Does Paschal ever make it difficult for you? Because like you said, he's a classy guy. He seems to be quite polite. Does that ever make your work difficult trying to get at him?
No, because I go against classy, nice guys all the time. I'm a nice, classy guy, but you got to bring stuff out of them, and I think that I've already brought stuff out of Josh that he isn't used to. Bokang as well. During our interview with Michael Chavello, he said that he wanted to beat my behind, which is kind of funny. Uh, and hats off to Bokang Masunyane. It sucks beating somebody like him, man. He's such a good dude. Like, deep down inside, like, literally a good dude. Joshua Passiao probably is too, but, I got to go in and make my dues and get belts in this division. And right now, I got to be the heel. I got to be the guy that's the bad guy. So, yeah, say goodnight to the bad guy.
Have you spoken about, without revealing too much, of course, about competing on both fronts? We know that you want to compete in both divisions. I think it's honorable that you kind of, if you get the belt in strawweight, that you want to give people a chance at you and you want to defend it. Can you do both at the same time?
1,000,000%. As you can see, I fought 3 times in the past 6 months. So it's going to be 4 here really soon. So my plan is to fight 5 times by the end of the year. And I'm just going to keep on going through this cycle, man. And that's what I love. If 2 months feels like a year and a half to me in this sport, just from not fighting, because I've been fighting since I was 14, and I'm used to fighting 5 times a year. That's one thing that the UFC didn't give me. They didn't give me fights every they would give me fights every 6 months, and I was sitting there depressed at home, just wondering when my next fight would be. I love this shit.
What's the vibe like between you and Adriano these days? Do you think he's up for that fight?
I think that he would be 100%. In my opinion, he probably thinks it's an easy fight, and I mean, actually no, because we have trained before, and he has felt the way that I treated him a little bit. But that's when he was actually cutting down to 125. It wasn't 135, so that's an extra 10 pounds. But who knows? But I'm willing to put my whole life on the line. I'm willing to die in that cage. Literally willing to die against somebody like Adriano, just to put it all on the line and just show my ass.
What was it like meeting Demetrius Johnson recently? What did you guys talk about?
So the first time that I met Demetrius, I was fanboying out, and I was just like, dude, that's fucking the GOAT. He's the best of all time. And he seemed a little bit annoyed, but at the same time, the next day he comes and sees me eating breakfast by myself, and he just came and sat down and talked to me for like almost an hour. and we were just talking about business and how his family is and stuff like that. And getting to know a guy like Demetrius Johnson is amazing because it's a humbling experience when you're 14 years old watching Demetrius Johnson win his first world title and you wanting to be that. And then he's right in front of your eyes and you're in the same organization, man. It's just like it's a true blessing from God, and if anything shows you, it's that. I love Demetrius Johnson. Thank you so much for coming and talking to me, man. That was a blessing.
What does a 14-year-old Jared Brooks learn from DJ in his prime, looking up to him like that? What did you take away from his career and how well he's still doing?
Man, he was just super fast. He's still super fast. He's still the same old DJ. Age has not um, put any boundaries on him, but I think that just watching him made me want. He was the first little guy that actually put on for the little guys, and that's what I want to do in the future for mixed martial artists. So, and I want mixed martial artists to realize that there's a business side to this too, and if you're about your business and you can do it inside and outside of the cage, then it'll get you places, even though you're small. You got Conor McGregor at 55. I want to do it at 125. I want to show people that you can do things and put your name out there and put yourself out there. And the more you do that, the more that there's reward with risk.
You were very respectful when you said that you want to fight DJ one day because you look up to him a lot. Did that come up? Was he fine about that?
I kind of swayed away from that conversation with DJ. I really don't want to be looking at DJ in the eyes and him looking back at me, and we're kind of like, oh, really? Like, yeah, that kind of thing. I I I don't want to feel that with Demetrius the first time I'm actually getting to know him and talk to him. But in the future, yeah, man, I think that he'd be down with it too. He's a businessman just like me, and when it comes down to money, he's got a family to feed, and I'm trying to build my base up as well.
You mentioned how long the journey was over to Singapore. How much of a dream would it be for you to fight on a one card in the US?
Whoo, man, not 36-hour flight. That would be amazing. That was 36 hours, bro. It was tough, but yeah, I think that in the Midwest or right outside of the Midwest would be amazing. Having a 3-hour flight and getting to chill with all of my people, and I'd bring so many people from the Midwest to watch me fight, and it would be a huge event. That's for sure.
You're a true martial artist. You've spoken about pretty much being open to all sorts in one, mixed rules and who knows what else. How keen of an eye are you keeping on the Muay Thai and the kickboxing tonight? What excites you the most that's going on in this card?
Whew, man. Daniel Williams is actually really good. I think that guy is definitely a top fiver in Muay Thai for sure. I think that he would have a rough time with me in mixed martial arts if we just did straight mixed martial arts. But if Daniel Williams, in my opinion, right now, if he wanted to do a mixed, to where one round we do Muay Thai, one round we do mixed martial arts, I think that would be great. I mean, you see him against Ratang. He was hanging with Ratang for sure. But I would do it with Ratang. I would do it with any Muay Thai fighter that is top five. But yeah, I think I could last around and then show those guys what I'm about in mixed martial arts.